Hi everyone. So in this live session, we are going to solve one of the lead code problems, that is two sum problem. So let's open lead code. Go to the problems. Now let's solve the two sum problem. So let's go through the problem description. What's the requirement? Like we have given an array of integers. We have been given an array of integers nums and an integer target. So we'll in our method like just we have been given a numbers. This will be an array and target. The target sums of two numbers should be like this target. So we need to return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to the target number. So from this array, we need to find two numbers whose sum will be like this target number, and we need to return the indices of those two numbers. So we confirm that we'll have only one solution, and even if there is a, you may not use the same element twice. Means if there may be some elements that's are like repeated twice. Like in this case, the target number is 6, and there are two threes. Then there must be like should not provide like two indices like same 1 1 or 0 0. It should be like two different indices. So yeah, here is our question, and there's these examples are given. Like there is this numbers array and a target number, and the sum of two numbers should add to the target number, and we need to return the indices, the index of numbers in the array. Yeah. So and the constants is length of the array will be less than 10 to the power 4, and minimum length will be 2. So we can be confirmed that there will be at least two elements in the array. Yeah. So, and also there is a follow-up. Can you come up with an algorithm that is less than O of n square time complexity? So why they may have given this follow-up, because when you want to solve to some problems in an array, two numbers, the first thing that comes to our mind is like we need to have two loops. So as soon as there is two loops, it becomes an O of n square algorithm. So So let's solve the n square algorithm first. So we'll be given two numbers. We need to add two numbers, and we should add to the target number. Then we'll first let's find the index and number. So in Python, we have this enumerate function. So if you use this enumerate function, uh, like enumerate function returns index and the number. So when you look through this, we'll get for each element, we'll get the index of the and we'll get the number. So it's very useful function in while if you want to get both the index and number while iterating. So this would be nums. Yeah. So we are iterating through this nums array, and since we wanted to get the index also, so we wrap this nums function by calling the enumerate function and provided the nums as an argument. So for each iteration, we'll get both the index and number. So let it be index 1. Now for index 2, let it be num1, num2, in enumerate nums. If I is equal to j. Yeah, let's first. So if num1 plus num2 is equal to target, we need to return index 1, return the index of both the numbers. But yeah, we since we have to be careful, we don't return the same index twice. Like in this case, so if we iterate through this, like in this loop, so we'll get like for first iteration, you will get 0 and 3, and here also we'll get index 2 as 0 and num2 as 3. So both indexes will be same, and it will be like first number only. So we need to make sure both index are not same. So if I is equal to j, just continue the second loop. Yeah. Then let's test this. Sorry, I'm used to this ing. Yeah. So our solution is accepted. Yeah, but as you saw, as you can see, like there is a follow-up. Like if you can come up with an algorithm that is less than O of n squared time complexity. Since we have two loops here, then it's automatically becomes like of n squared time complexity. So let's find if we can have a like better solution within O of n time or something like that. So let's just uh, make this, since this lead code behind the scenes will be using this to some function name. So let's rename this function and we can use it for to some as to some name for the another solution. So yeah. So when we add two numbers, we have a first number and a second number, which will add up to a some target number. So sum of two numbers is always the same. So we can assume that num2 will be target minus num1. So if we subtract num1 from target, we get num2. So we can use this logic to make this O of n time complexity algorithm. So what we'll do is like we can create a one dictionary and we'll store the indices of current number in the dictionary. And if we in the second means for the second number, if there is already a number in the dictionary, then we can just return the indices of two numbers. So we'll create one dictionary. This dictionary will be storing the indices of numbers. So for in this case also we'll be using the enumerate function idx comma num in nums index in nums. So our this one it will be num1, then num2 will be target minus num1. So we need to check if num2 in nums index. So if their num2 is in nums index, we can just return the index. So this the nums index will store the indexes of numbers. So if this index num2 and its index is already present in this dictionary, we can just return this. So what should be the logic? Nums of index, and to access the elements in a dictionary, we give the dictionary and with this syntax like square brackets and then num2 and the current index, which we are iterating. Yeah, but we need to also make it a enumerate function. Yeah. Otherwise, if num2 is not present, we just need to add the num2 in add the current number num1 in the index. Nums index num1 is equal to index. Yeah, let's test this function. Yeah, so our solution is accepted. So this is the O of n time complexity. This algorithm is O of n square time complexity, O of n time complexity. And this one is first algorithm is O of n square time complexity. So this way we can have both the solution. So time complexity and regarding space complexity, this in this case we don't have a we are only have iterating through each array. So this one is having O of one time complexity. In this case, we are storing each number. So space complexity wise, it is O of n time complexity. So yeah, this one is our solution. This one is in Python. So let's submit my solution. It will be an error because I have written O of n. And yeah, solution is accepted. So this way we have solved the two sum problem. Still getting an error. Uh, Yeah, it's our solution is accepted. Uh, Now let's meet in the next video and solve the next solution. Next, we'll say, solve another question there.